trusted. Finally. Black out the sky now. Storm clouds made of bats. Hunters of blood, purging weakness. Hide the light, hide in plain sight. Hide on your own. Hide on your own. Still as a statue. Gargoyles alive. Harpies and gorgons on the warpath. Look away.
All right, that guy's a bit too much into Halloween. Hello, everybody. How's it going? Woo! I love fake attention. Look at this crowd of nobody. Woo! Anyways. All right. Enough of that. Okay, so here we are. Yes, a day after I said I was going to do a thing, I'm actually doing a thing. I am the master of procrastination, and nobody will ever say anything differently. I am Streamcrush. Hello, I am your colorful demon lord, and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to play a game that everybody's been playing for months and now nobody cares about. So that's going to be Diablo 4. Lord of Hatred. Anyways, yeah, so let's see here. I think we can turn that music off. Or maybe keep it on a little bit. I don't know. Let's see. Nah, I think we could pass on this this particular bit. But we can do a little flippy doodle of having some actual Diablo music playing. That would be crazy, right? Boom, look at that. It's amazing. Turn off the little diddly whoops. As much as I would love to keep those on, I could probably keep the follower goal on, I guess. Let's close that. We don't need that in there. I'm just going to zip my little behind down into the corner over here. Maybe even give myself a controller to hold because, you know, believe it or not, I'll actually be using a controller for this. I don't really do the whole clicky thing for games like this anymore. I tend to find that they are a little, what's the word? I don't know. Not interesting. Let's see if I can center my face a little bit. Oop. Alright, let's see if that's a little better there. Hopefully it doesn't get too out of control during the stream, because as I've been learning, my calibration tends to kind of just start drifting my head in this direction or whatever random direction. But as I've explained before, the way my setup is, I kind of have to do this until I can figure out something better at least. All right, so let's talk about things and do things here. First things first, we'll turn up the music just a little bit. Don't want to overdo it completely. Okay, everything's on mute. Alrighty. So, let's see. Trying to get my train of thought here. Derailed. Woo-hoo. First off, grab my controller. I'm using the 8BitDo Wutong or Wutong, the Fallen Feathers one. It's really pretty. Believe it or not, I got this thing for like 10 bucks, complete in box, pretty much in brand new condition. All hail the power of pawn shops, huh? Get a little dust on it. But no, these 8BitDo Ultimate controllers are actually pretty nice. I like them more than the Xbox 360, or well, 360. I like them more than the Xbox Series controllers, I guess, or One controllers, basically the same type of controller. These aren't quite as clicky. They have a better like quality feel to them, a little bit more heft. They don't feel as like hollow and cheap and plasticky. The D-pad is miles beyond whatever the hell that disc is that comes on the Xbox controller. And just overall just feels nice. I don't know. I feel like the Xbox Series controller, among many other things at Xbox, kind of needs to be rethought. I feel like it's a design that I know it's got like the people who like it because it's been basically the same for a long time now. They're going to complain when the design changes, but I think the design changing is for the best at this point. I'm gonna fix my mouse arm here, or microphone arm, so give me a sec here. Might hear some little noises. But yeah, it's not a dig against Microsoft per se. I feel like the design, starting all the way back, I'd say from when they did the original Xbox S controller, the smaller size, not the Duke. I feel like that is where like they started to really kind of hone in on like what a good controller could be, to be honest. I mean, the Duke has its fans, but it's not really a good controller. You know, and you know, I would say the S was pretty good. The Xbox 360 controller is a big step above that, but that has its own problems. Like I had one lying around here, but I think I put it away. But you know, the rubber on it, the rubberization stuff that you see wasn't that great. You know, it's got a few other issues as well, but you know, overall, it wasn't a bad controller, and for the time, it was a great controller. You know, the Xbox One controller was an upgrade over that, but honestly, not really. I mean, it was nice in some ways, but it was very plasticky. I never really liked it, very clicky. And I would say that the Series controller was an improvement on that, but it also has a lot of the similar issues. The D-pad is improved though, big one there for sure. But yeah, it really just felt like the controller just wasn't really doing it. These 8-bit and 8-bit Do controllers, you know, let's see here. This one is called the 8-bit Do Ultimate 2 Wireless Controller Wu Chang. You know, it comes with a really cool base you can dock it into, really nice art. It just feels very premium. It doesn't creak, it doesn't click, it doesn't do anything weird. It just works. And that's a hard thing to find in today's like economy, I guess you'd say. You know, even the Steam controller, that $99 you know, beast, you know, it's got a lot of really cool features. It is essentially just the Steam Deck controller, you know, setup, but like turned into just a controller with no screen, you know, like you know, it's kind of made it a controller and, you know, all that kind of stuff. But like, I've heard complaints about it feeling a bit too hollow, a little bit too plasticky. Like the quality is just not quite, you know, the feel of it. I mean, you're spending $100 on a controller. You would think like, yeah, it's going to be like big deal, but no, for some reason, like, you know, a lot of these controllers are like $100. They kind of feel cheap, you know. I would say the Switch 2 controller, the Pro controller, definitely feels very premium. It has a nice feeling controller. It's not the best to repair, but it's not that bad either. I don't like the faceplate thing they used, and I would say that people who tried to repair the controller definitely could agree. But it has like the smoothness of the control sticks is like crazy good. You know, and like while the controller does seem to be lacking some things like analog triggers, overall, like it's a lot of money, but it's a very nice feeling controller. PlayStation 5, I mean, stick drift aside, which is something that the Switch controller still has a problem with as well. I don't feel like the DualSense is a bad controller. Maybe battery life is maybe its weakest point besides the stick drift. If you get the DualSense Edge, you don't get as much battery life, but in a lot of ways, it does feel like a better controller. Those removable sticks just fix your repairability issues, to be honest. You know, and being able to replace the thumbsticks was really nice. You know, the caps on them and everything. Like I use PlayStation 2 style ones. And it makes the controller feel a lot better. But yeah, I generally don't have too many issues with it. I don't think it's for $200, but that's kind of the thing is like, I feel like we've kind of gotten a weird spot with controllers where like they're really expensive, but what they offer for that price is just kind of like, it's a lot of technology packed into like a piece of plastic. But like, I feel like in some ways controllers are kind of a ripoff for what you get. I mean, like, yeah, you got gyro and all this other stuff built into there now, but you would feel by this point with millions of controllers being built, you know, and you've had this technology in controllers for decades at this point, you would feel that they would have been able to drive the cost of that technology down and then in turn drive the price down. And unfortunately, yeah, like you don't really see controllers drop too much below, I would say like $50 unless it's like a really deep discount sale. But yeah, otherwise, yeah, you just don't see it too much, which is kind of a shame. It really is.
Behold the
All right, we're gonna start doing stuff on Diablo before I get like kicked out. Yeah, I don't really ever buy anything off the shop, but I do like to look at it. Gotta always see like the cool armor. The Bitter Winter Collection Pack. But these must have been out at some point. Okay. So you got Sorcerer, Barbarian. It's a cool horse. Made of ice. 4,500 platinum for this, right? This is 5,700 platinum. you're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces of armor. All of them have their own unique weapons. Like Paladin comes with the Untamed Blade. So each of them has weapons for slightly over 1,000 more. Versus this, which you do get a collection of weapons, but you only get 2 pieces of armor and a mount. Just saying, I don't feel like this is a good deal. None of the stuff on the shop for Diablo is ever a really good deal, but it's crazy to me how much this stuff costs. I know people buy it, but it's just insane. I mean, it looks cool. Don't get me wrong. Like, that's a genuinely cool looking piece of armor. I mean, you look like a demon. Can't go wrong there. But like, it's as much as the game itself just for that stuff. And I don't know. I feel like it's just a bit much. Like, if these armor sets for like $20 a piece, maybe, I'd be a lot more tempted to pick one up. You know, do a bundle pack where these are like, you know, maybe $30 or $40 or something. Like, you'll get not just the whales, you'll get people who don't whale but would be tempted to buy like Centipede Priest, you know. It's a sick looking armor. Maybe they don't really ever play Necromancer, maybe they don't even really spend a lot of money in the shop, but if this thing was $20, hey, you know what, somebody would splurge for that. You know, it's an extra sale that you would have gotten that you would have normally gotten. So that's what I think. I think catering the whales all the time. And like, people will be like, well, this stuff gets bought anyway by people, you just, you know, have high standards, blah blah blah. And it's like, well, fool and his money are soon parted. But I still think that like these prices are a bit crazy for all the stuff that looks cool. Never really gonna be tempted to buy it ever. I'll collect the free stuff, but yeah, the only platinum I've ever spent, because you can see I got 300 platinum, that came from buying the how about the special edition, the, what do you call it, the deluxe edition of the last expansion, not this one but the one before it. Vessel of Hatred. So, and I mean, like, even this would be kind of nice, but you know, lots of cool cosmetics in this, but $50, man, that's so much money. I just can't justify it. I just don't play Diablo 4 enough to be that kind of splurger. You know, if I was really heavy into this game, maybe I would be like justifying it to myself a little bit more. I'd be like, man, I only spend money on Diablo 4. So what's $50 here and there? It's just going to go to games I don't play anyway, so why not just put it into this game? I used to do that kind of rationalization all the time when I was playing World of Warcraft. But nowadays, it's like, you know, I'd rather spend the money on other games. Even if I'm not interested in playing them, I will play them. At least at some point, I'll play a lot of them. You know, even off stream, I've been playing games. You know, and even for games like this, like, I play and I have my fill and then I stop playing for a while. I feel like treating these kind of games like forever games, any game like a forever game, is a really bad way to play games. You know, because really when it comes down to it, let me check the map. Really, when it comes down to it, what ends up happening is you just kind of like burn out. There's just never enough content being made. The Legion fight? Where is the Legion? Can I make that in time? Probably not. Let's stop, skip, and jump. But yeah, I don't know what I was saying. Yeah, I just feel like playing games like this as a forever game is just a bad idea. These games are fun to kind of keep around in your pocket and then just kind of play them when you feel like it. Otherwise, yeah, you just kind of get burnt out, I think. Hey, Dark Nova, how's it going, man? What's up? We're gonna do a little Diablo in tonight. How's it been? it hasn't been bad per se. I got a lot of bad shit happening in my life, but I'm here. I'm doing all right for now. So it's not the end of the world. I don't know. Trying to be a bit more optimistic about things. So, you know. Money issues for the most part. I would say money issues is probably my biggest problem. You know. Having to spend a lot of money over the last 6 months. Well, a little over 6 months. Has been hard. You know, with my mom passing away and everything, yeah, it's been rough. But, you know, it is what it is. It's been the same for you? Yeah. I saw you posting about some of your issues. I wish I could help, man. I really do. Look at all these names. Really? Well, congratulations. Hopefully that solves your real problems for a while, and you don't have to worry about stuff and stress. I find that, like, that's the thing about not having money for things when you really need them. Is, like, the stress just becomes really hard to deal with. Hopefully it's a job you enjoy. I found that, like, trying to find a job in this economy has been really hard. My sister keeps trying to get me to... Whoa. Holy cow. I gotta live. Alright, you're gonna die. Well, I was gonna help him live. Diablo's actually been pretty fun. This new expansion's been pretty good. Where am I going? Oh, okay. Thought I was gonna leave the whole map. Yeah, that's kind of been the thing, like, it's one of those, like, things where it's like, it sounds obvious, but really going through it, it's hard to get people to understand how hard this stuff is until, like, they have to go through it as well. You know, when you have... Holy shit, oh my god. Okay, I almost died there. There's so much crap on the ground. Alright, there we go. All of that and no... ooh, that's a legendary. I need that magic seal. Alright. This is where you bust out the...
I appreciate that.
Okay. Let's see here. We're gonna drop that guy. Pick up that guy. Oh, I guess he wasn't that amazing. Alright, never mind. Alright. Yeah, the late fees, the overdrafts, the added fees. Yeah, I feel like I've been able to escape that for now, but things are creeping up, you know? My car just started making a weird rubbing noise from the rear of it. Gas prices made it a fucking pain to drive around, which sucks because I need a car to get to work. I have a bike that I'm thinking about trying to rebuild, but that's only going to last me for a few more months before winter kicks in. So I don't know. It's rough. I think at this point, probably about I'd probably about say about 75% of my money a month is spent on rent, food, and bills, and then miscellaneous like bullshit. Yeah, pretty much. When you don't have money and your car starts making an expensive noise. Man. And it just started like 3 weeks ago, but like I was able to ignore it. I'm like, oh, it's only a quiet sound. I could kind of push through that, right? No, that's not how it worked. Unfortunately, it ended up being a sound that like last weekend started groaning even louder, and now it's like, all right, I know this is not going to be cheap, but I have to do it. So, and it sucks too because I was kind of hoping to like maybe trade it in for something a little bit more practical, maybe a little better on gas mileage. And no, that's not happening. So, you know, like they always say, like you should own your own vehicle because that way you don't have to worry about the car payments. What they don't tell you is the reason why you don't have car payments is because you're too busy using money that you would have on car payments on fixing your car half the time. And don't get me started on the cost of car repairs. Holy cow. I sometimes do wish I lived in a big city. At least that way I'd have public transportation, you know. Oh, I can go to the Tree Whispers. So, but, you know, besides that, Diablo 4's fun. Let's see, where am I at?
It is done.
It is done. A large cache of gold. Collection of amulets, collection of talismans. I think I'm gonna go with the guaranteed legendary. No, it's literally just a shitload of gold. Okay. I thought there'd at least be like at least one legendary in there. Oh. Alright, let's see here. I'm just gonna sell all this stuff to the blacksmith.
Forge is ready. For what? You can still use these.
That's the codex. I want the occultist. Where's the occultist? No, that's the healer. Hey, here we go. Okay. So, is there any legendaries? Chest armor. Yeah, let's do chest armor. Wait. Do I want to do chest armor or do I want to do... Car's level 66. Some of these are really, really, like, old items from when I was leveling. Well, they're not really, like, terrible right now. That could use some gems, actually. Hey, come on, go over. Yeah. I think we'll gamble it all on a chest and see what we get.
Want another go? Very nice. Rubbish. Very. All right, calm.
Ooh. Wait.
Fella.
What do we get here? Soulbrand. Your healing potions grant a barrier. Okay. What's this one? Hmm. I mean, I feel like it's a downgrade, though. +3 to Tortured Wretch. Which one was Tortured Wretch? I don't know if I need Thorns either. Ah. See if I can fix that again. All right. Let's see if that does something. All right. Well, for now, I think we should bank these 2 items. Well, sell the rest. Check out a new transmog. Let's see, what's this? Oh, that's sick looking. I'll admit the Warlock sets are a little weird, but I don't know. I feel like I just like that one better. Alright. Should I sell anything? Alright, I don't need that. Alright. Time to work on the campaign. Yeehaw. So what's the season yelling at me about? Oh. So I have to go up in rewards. Don't want to do that right now. Means I get the last of these free World of Warcraft things. Well, I got one more I gotta grab. The Alliance flag. But yeah, I'm not spending money for these. I find this shit to be just disgusting. Like, you're already pushing the costumes out there for a lot of money. Now you're doing this, you know, where the other ones of these events would be free. You're locking like really cool stuff behind rewards that you gotta pay for, and it's like it's not, and the frustrating thing is, like, not only do you have to pay real money to unlock it, to you know, like, you're paying real money to unlock it, to spend your own time to actually get these things. It's like the battle pass. Like, the whole thing about battle passes is they're supposed to be cheap, so that, you know, the investment is time, not money per se. But that's not how it is with Diablo anymore. The ratio of, like, time to money for the battle pass is totally skewed. Totally skewed. It used to be a little better because, like, you would get more platinum back, almost the cost of the battle pass itself, if I remember correctly. And you know, you'd get a lot more free stuff. Whereas now, like, they don't do that, and they have you know, like these, like, they broke it up really weird, and you don't get the free armor anymore. You get a free mount, I guess, which, okay. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of, like, how they've implemented this system, you know, because in order to get anything, I gotta unlock it. You do get one free one, which just has, you know, it's nothing terrible. Amount, you do get some very minimal amount of platinum, and you get one of the nice armor pieces, the gauntlets usually. Cool portal. You know, nothing terrible, but for free. I guess I can't complain. It's free. But it makes it hard to invest in the battle pass. Especially because the premium bundle that they dangle in front of you too is like even more frustrating. You know, I mean, it's an okay looking back thing. And then of course the pet. But I don't know. It's hard to.
I knew this would happen. I saw how badly she
Oh,
wanted
that's
to
right.
believe
I have to
could
let him
act.
do this thing.
Does she know where we
But yeah, I just don't like it.
No.
I don't think it's very
but
good.
Scouts will find this camp soon enough.
All right, let's go, Tyrael.
Adriana is on the move. She's not taking the confrontation lightly. You, Lorath, even Tyrael.
We're the enemy now.
Well, we've been worse before. Just means we keep moving.
You have the final piece of the blade, then.
That we do.
Reforging the blade will not be easy. It is the shattered bone of a demon. No simple smithy will suffice. But I have an idea. Not far from here is a Horadric vault.
I'm definitely turning down the
first
music a
we
little
ever
bit.
built. And inside,
Barely hear them.
Oh, you clever man. There's a cube just waiting for us in there.
indeed, the vault is where we will forge the blade anew. Make your preparations. The old Horadrim certainly won't make things easy for us.
They never have.
Come. There is something I would ask you.
All right, before we go too far, let's change the audio a little bit. Let's see. Turn down the music a little bit. Dialogue was already cranked. So I think it's just the music likes to like swell and crescendo. Effects volume. Alright, let's see how that goes. Ooh, Lilith.
You have seen more of me than anyone else. More than Inarius, more than Mephisto, more than even Rathma. You killed me once. After all you have seen, would you do so again?
I don't know.
You are honest, at least. Perhaps I owe you honesty as well. I pity you. You are caught between the world you wish for and the world you live in, and you can choose neither. But in that, you remind me of my son, and I miss my son terribly.
That's the one thing she's been honest about the whole time.
Are you ready to leave?
Alright.
I feared this question would come.
Why aren't the
The
angels here?
heavens have seen humanity in many ways. Sometimes a nuisance, sometimes a threat. But whenever they've involved themselves in mortal affairs, it has always ended in calamity. Now most of them are hoping you die out on your own.
Well, that's a pleasant thing to know, huh?
The Horadric Cube, an alchemical device created by Zoltan Kuhl. It is a thing of imbuing, combining, remaking. There are precious few of them left. Most were lost. The last few decades, they have been dark years for the Horadrim.
Alright, let's go.
No time to waste then.
Ooh.
For the first time, it felt like we had a chance. A real chance. Could still be dead come dawn, but wouldn't have been the worst trade.
Alright. Oh, they're all gone. So... Okay, I gotta make my way there. We're not gonna mess around with that for now.
See what it is.
Coming through. Woo-hoo. I'll take that. Oh. There you go. Can't have a raptor mount without a horde flag, right? For the horde. Never talking about this game at your previous job? Have you played Diablo 4? Like ever? You have not? It's a fun game. The Diablo games are basically just like loot pinata the game. But they have a really cool, like...
Turn around, Mainlander. Mountain's awake. Whole town is leaving. You should too.
Alright, lady, calm down. But like the lore of everything is really cool. It's really the primary reason I play this game, or this franchise, I should say. It's because I really like the lore of it, and all of the games have like a really nice, like cool, dark, gritty feel to them. And they're just fun to play. You basically pick a class and you get overpowered, and then you just wreck the heck out of demons. So yeah, they're really good. Like, well, sometimes they feel like really cool dungeon crawlers, but in general, they're just really good. Like, I don't want to say turn your brain off and not think, but like, they're really good for like catharsis, I guess. I don't know. When you got downtime, you just want to chill. You know, these are the kind of games you play. You don't really have to like with Path of Exile. It's like there's systems upon systems and all of these stats and everything. And in Diablo, like, it's toned down to a much bigger degree, where the point is like, yeah, you have, you know, all your armor sets with willpower and all that, but like, you don't really have to think about it generally. Bigger number better. I mean, you can definitely metagame and be better than everybody else, but you know, but like, it's not, you're only really competing with yourself. So I just kind of choose to just sit back and chill, build my character out a little bit. I might pick a meta build to see where to go with my character. Like the build I'm kind of using now is sort of meta, or at least it was, where you just kind of spam a really giant demon out constantly. Here, I'll show you. Just throw that guy out constantly, and then he like does a lot of damage and splits into smaller demons. And if you do it over and over again, he just starts making the whole screen go crazy. You know, that kind of a thing. And then I got a big sentry. The more this guy hits the same target over and over again, the more damage he does. If I turn into that, all my stuff does even more damage. It's all real basic stuff. There's nothing fancy about it, but it's fun and it works. And that's all that matters.
Have a good time for this boy.
Oh, he's trying to get his puppy. Can I pet the dog? I cannot pet the dog. Alright, this game's terrible. Don't play this game. You can't pet the dog.
What you need.
How far is the vault?
Less than a day's walk?
You people are going up the mountain now?
Uh-huh.
Yes. We both have.
All right, let's see what they got.
When?
When we were young and vibrant. Met Adriana on that trip.
Dude, that's a long time ago.
They call it Hephaestus, after the Ascari hero. Mountain's always been a grumpy one, but not like this.
It was the first vault the Horadrim ever built. Now it's one of the last.
We'll find what we need there, no doubt.
All right, main quest.
Perhaps. But we must reforge the blade, and the vault is our best chance. In all the history of the Horadrim, every attempt to deal with Mephisto has ended in disaster. If we can banish him to the void, it is worth any risk.
So, we'd best move now, before things get any worse. Let's go.
Some fall into the grave and some jump.
Lady, you are not an optimist.
Stay close.
So where does he want me to go here? Okay, he wants me to go that way, but I want to explore a little bit.
Hey, Baltar. Been nothing but hardtack for weeks. When are we getting food in from Philios?
Why? You afraid to tighten that belt?
I will say the soundtrack for this expansion has been amazing. I wish Vessel of Hatred had sounded this good.
Aye. First eruption in years. Strange times, eh?
Oh, so we have an eclipse and a volcano eruption.
Mine collapsed again.
Oh, that sucks.
Beware.
Watch your flanks. Move as one. Only a single path up this mountain, and it's not likely to be easy.
Stay on guard. There shall be more.
Oh. This is straight up blocking me off.
Watch it! Rock's barely holding.
Do you hear that?
Yeah.
Behind me, now!
Whoa.
Certain I could still do that.
But you weren't certain. But halfway odds that all this ended in a great ball of flame. Damn you, Tyrion.
Cool. Okay. Come on. Alright, okay, we gotta go that way. Oh, we're not going that way. Okay, not going that way.
To me! We've got you!
Whoa! Think that's enough fire? Can't go that way now.
Look at that. Skartara hasn't seen anything like this in an age.
Lilith. Is this your father's doing?
Lilith?
She jabbering in your ear again?
No.
We should keep moving.
I guess we go up.
Paradise here. It was the only way I knew.
We'll just have to find another route.
Come on, we can make that jump. Wouldn't be that hard.
There. That tunnel. Might be a way through.
All right.
Let us be quick. The longer we remain here, the greater the risk.
We're just gonna shoot right through it. Somehow I've killed 1,000 golems?
This way. This ends now.
Bloody bloody boots are melting.
Shall I carry you?
Hells. Would you?
Guys, get a room.
This looks right.
How do you even recognize anything in all these tunnels? Okay.
Who chose to build the vault here? Jerry? Gibbon? Cool. Of course it was.
Irony that a guy named Cool wanted to build this stuff in a volcano.
Be gone!
Man, are we almost out of this? We have to go the other way. Ooh.
I smell fresh air. We're getting close.
To me.
Keep at its flank. Choose your strikes.
Hold, my friends.
Holy Holy cow.
The forces of creation in all their glory. We should leave as soon as we are able.
Okay. Alright, let's see what I can do for charms here. So what is this one? Oh, Dark Pact? Prayer of Mastery. I don't have either of these. Oh, it's just two of the same. Well, darn it. I thought that'd actually be something useful. That could be nice. We'll pick that one up. All right.
Good. The vault isn't far from here. We press on.
See what it is. Oh, well, I suppose we have a way back.
There. Hold fast.
Dirty pants.
We made it.
Gotta go this way. Okay. So after all of that, the doors are locked.
All right.
Oh. Holy shit.
Get that door open before more arrive.
Oh, I'm supposed to do it.
Inside, quickly.
I'm going. There we go.
Like coming home.
We shall be safe here. Here. This is it.
The door's sealed shut. Looks like your work.
I had to make certain no one would disturb this place. Lorath helped me break the seal. Something's wrong.
I can damn well see that. Keep them off us. What was that about?
I don't know. The way is open. Come.
Sure, it's nothing. Oh. Kind of hard to tell where to go sometimes.
The Guardian. I forgot that monstrosity was here.
It will not harm us. The cube is just ahead.
It will not harm us. It is ominously looking like it's going to try and harm us the moment we try to, like, do anything. Just saying. Oh, look.
Guard.
I knew that. Like, that was an obvious one.
What was that about?
Oh, here we go.
One of the Haradrim must have left a trap to ward off demons. Or the demon-blooded.
Seems like something you'd remember, Tyrael.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, pretty much.
The door.
Everything
has been
little thing
sealed.
wants to just make sure you're dead.
Runic locks.
That's why you get all the
4 of them.
phenomenal power.
One for each Haradrim. Jared Kane, Ibn Fard.
Zoltan Kuhl and Tal Rasha. They would have left the keys here in case they were ever needed.
Check the doormat.
Come, we start our search in the scriptorium.
Did they not tell you about any of this?
I was distant in those days. When you are ready, I will open the way.
What were the
They
first
were
Haradrim like?
The greatest thinkers of their time, but also unruly, unpredictable. I tried to temper them, to point them towards a greater good. But all of that is in the histories. I doubt I could tell you much more.
Never known Tyrael to pass off a good yarn.
You've seen the power of this land for yourself. Where better to make weapons against the burning hells? Jared Kane's refuge.
Alright. Alright, that's cool. Let's go.
What's that stone there? Be welcome to this place of words, Haradrim. Huh? The path is open. Let these scribes be your hand when you cannot hold a quill. They know our tongue.
Jas Arket.
Looks like a ward of some sort. What's written on the stones? Blank.
Waiting to be inscribed.
Well, this is a scriptorium. Plenty of words to choose from. Let's take a look around.
I'm just skipping through. What was that?
Skovos has a lesson for us. Be wary of the heavens and hells alike. Tal Rasha would bring the others to task. But Fard is too suspicious.
He was something of a recluse, wasn't he?
They all were, in their own ways. The only thing that brought them together was need. Terrible need.
Much is at stake. If I...
From whence comes the water? That's an old Zani Sioux riddle, isn't it? Supposed to make their children think about the world. I think the answer is fire. Tanu.
Good job, Laura.
Avas.
Avas.
It said hello. What becomes of us? Damn oblique. Tyrael, you know it?
This is the wisdom of the Tarn. For all things end in winter. The answer is frost. Kidu. Jared was the one who devised the Haradrim language.
Was the blood
He
also?
hoped it would be a beacon for all those who followed him, and a way to safekeep our secrets.
There we are.
Take the sigil. That will be our key. I remember.
Hold fast.
We should return to the main chamber.
Alright. Make our getaway.
Jared and I were never close. He did not trust me. But he is the reason the Haradrim remembers itself. The Symposium, where Ibn Fard taught the younger Haradrim.
Whoa. Alright, I know this is very important, but I'm just gonna dip out for a second and I'll be right back. My inventory is full. I gotta do something about that. Alright. Let's see here. I need...
Mainlander, what brings you?
What brings me? Loot. Loot is what brings me. All of the loot. Alright, now we can go. Got a little video game logic.
That smell.
You're trapped in a mountain, but you can teleport out whenever you need to.
Fard had a habit.
Fard's sigil must be in here.
That statue in the center of the room. I want to give it another look. Is this...
An illusion. These are the fractured peaks.
Oh, hells. That damn statue. I knew there was something it reminded me of.
They are coming.
I need time.
You have it. Our lives are yours.
Tal Rasha.
I murder guys like this all that time.
This may have been too great a risk.
A necessary risk. The vault shall be safe now. Those who hunt us will be forever lost in the forest.
Fard must have trained Haradrim in this place. Cyril, you alright?
Yes. I had not expected to see them again. Let's press on. Abu'ker.
The stone is prepared.
And he knows it. Haradrim, the Lord of Hatred, can see us only how he uses us. As his toys, his prey. Today, we become more than that. We become a threat.
They are here.
Be strong, my friends.
Oh, this is like shooting fish in a barrel almost. Oh. And he's dead.
They retreat to his side.
They know where the true fight will be. I pray for the people of this city.
That day was the first. The first time we imprisoned a prime evil. But it was not without cost. By the battle's end, the city of Abu'ker has ceased to be.
Your name is stricken. No longer will you call yourself Haradrim. To seek what the Immortals have is to betray all we are. Bury him.
Why is he not dying? There we go. Bro. Can you do this every time? La 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 la.
It is done.
Alright, that's kind of easy.
They lost one of their own, not to death, but to a disagreement so deep it could only be resolved by expulsion. It changed them. The path is open. Come. Take the sigil.
Cyril, why those moments? Why would Fard preserve them?
I do not know.
Guess then.
Because these are moments every Haradrim will know. Eben knew what people were capable of, but he fought for them, all the same. Of course.
What did you lose?
For a time, I lost my way.
That's why you left us. Went west.
So many people died in those years. The quiet, the hunger, the death. It became all there was. Eventually, it was too much to bear. But I found my way back, as we do. The workshop of Zoltan Kulle. Step carefully. I do not know what we will find in here. Beware. Let nothing touch you.
He's the reason Evolt's trying to kill us. Not a doubt in my mind.
Tyrael has entrusted me with the Soul Stones. When I asked him why, he told me, the stones will show you. I took them to my chambers, hoping for even the smallest sign. But I was met with dark nothingness. I went to bed, frustrated, and a thought crossed my mind. They are nothing to my eyes, as I am bound by the rules of this world. These stones require one to see beyond what is there, to achieve true understanding. I remember how the days begin, but not how they end. I jolt awake, burned by candle wax on my hands, feeling like I've been teleported to an unfamiliar place. I've even begun to cover the cracks in my door with blankets, to conceal the flickering candlelight from the other Haradrim, namely Tal Rasha. I know he worries I'm working myself too hard. But once I can finally show him my work, he'll understand why.
Keep focused.
Tyrael.
Steady.
We can outlast it. Just hold on.
Are you all right?
Fine. Let's get out of here.
There's the sigil. I remember this room. This is where Kulle performed the first experiments with the Soul Stones. He spent a month in here. Every day I came to watch his progress. And then, lightning struck. The stone bled light. The vault shook. And when it was over, I could see his teeth shining in the dark.
Fix my head here. There we go. I don't know why it drifts like that.
Kuul was the one who saw humanity's future, and the one who knew the cost of failure. Stagnation.
Alright, we got one more to go.
One more. Tal Rasha, the beating heart of... Get back!
Shite! Kill them before they scatter! What were you gonna say? The beating heart of the Haradrim.
Well, something went wrong.
What was he doing down here?
Tal Rasha was learning to embalm living flesh. Flesh touched by the burning hells.
Ugh, poor sod.
Oh. That's a space. Place doesn't fare too well.
How can one stop destruction and torment?
This is old grog. Been this way for a while.
The Fallen were sleeping last time I was here. One must have woken, and it woke all the rest.
Target. A nemesis to focus his energies from wanton chaos to a single infuriating point. It will not divert him long, but thousands might be spared. Such a dream I had. I was driving my father's wagon through a burning wilderness. Suddenly the horses stopped and would not be moved again. I turned around to shout for my mother and father, but when I remembered they were dead, I felt a touch on my shoulder. It was Jared, sitting next to me. The others sat atop the horses, ready to pull me onward through.
This place. He asked me to meet him here. His eyes bored into me. He took my gauntlet in his hand. His finger traced the runes. His lips moved silently as he read them. And then, when he was done, he smiled. That was the last I saw him truly at peace.
Okay, where do I go from here?
Zoltan has withdrawn again, claiming he's on the verge of a breakthrough with the sword.
Something's wrong, isn't it? Lilith still hasn't said anything.
No.
Maybe we'd better stop too.
No. No. That's exactly what Mephisto wants. We keep moving.
Tal Rasha's sigil was Take it. Good. Let us leave. Now. Tal Rasha gave all of himself for the Haradrim, and I cherished him.
Alright, that whole saga's over. I guess that was their way of kind of delivering lore into the story for those characters that you will never meet. Oh, here we go.
Laura, the Guardian!
Oh, but get in formation. Bring it down.
Damn it all! It's warding itself!
The sigils. The sigils will break the ward.
Good! Bring it in close!
To match their colors? Oh, okay. You gotta match the right ward. No?
Whose ward is that?
It's mine! I can break the ward, but you must strike the final blow. Destroy it!
Can't trust it, then.
The way is open. The cube is within reach.
Alright. What you got for the rare seal thing that I have to look at? Oh, same one I already had. That's basically it. Oh, the rare seal. And potion capacity is kind of nice, I guess. Alright.
There.
Untouched all these years. Have the pieces of the blade ready. Once we've prepared the cube, we'll need them.
Okay. Let's see what this thing does.
This was Tal Rasha's hand.
Oh, yes. He couldn't stop shaking. He was so eager. Humble, too. Hopeful. But that was a long time ago.
Ah, you forgot.
Ah, yes. You remind me of him, you know?
Is my handwriting that bad?
Only sometimes. But it's more than that. Do you remember when we first met?
It's cruel to test an old man's memory.
You asked this old man how it felt to become mortal. No one else had.
I was presumptuous.
You were compassionate. You showed me how to be human. That's how I knew the Order was in good hands when I left. And it still is. Look. We've shaped the blade that will banish a prime evil. What's wrong?
Gotta love the reputation right there. Oof.
Oh, no.
This isn't good. This doesn't feel like Lilith at all.
You, to my side.
Enough with the fucking poison on the ground. Can they not?
We must speak.
I want my pants though. There we go. Damn.
You said you could handle this. And I have. Have you? Because I am not here by choice. What happened? My father was far stronger than I believed. He is devouring you. And soon, there will be nothing left. I am dying. We have time yet. We must drive him out before he spreads further. Open the way. If we are cautious, we may avoid my father's gaze.
There you are.
Why didn't take long?
Hells. Run. Burn him away. Nothing can remain.
Lilith.
Do not speak my name, mongrel.
Cease this. I want to tell you something. All your life, you've surprised me, daughter. You might be the closest thing I have to an equal. But I've never once been surprised by your children. Take this one. She wakes in a barn, your blood in her veins. A gift she doesn't want, from a being she can't understand. What is the first thing she thinks to do? She hunts you, and she kills you. They're all like this, you know. Driven by instinct, rotting in the mud, until satisfied or dead. The
Your son. His obsessions. His flighty heart. Your servant, Elias. His desperate need for a mother's bosom. All of them, Lilith.
Just gonna say, like, that last thing he said just like vibrated my ear through the headphones, and that was cool as fuck.
Here, quickly.
Lilith, your war is over. You looked inside me. You saw the pools. You know what your children will do to themselves. You waste so much time making up for their failings, and it will never be enough. Because they cannot be more than what they are, my daughter.
Silence! This way.
Holy shit. Oh. Well, that's awkward. Alright.
Give up this vessel, or die with it.
He has barred the way. Now, open it!
Enough.
Yeah, somebody turned up the bass filter, man.
Lilith!
She can't hear you. You would never outrun fate, you know. You're just another lamb. But do not fear. Your death will be swift. The dark comes.
Be silent. Survive.
That's the plan.
It took an eon to make you.
Alright, he's dead.
To break you will only take a moment.
Run, child! I care not if you tire. You will run! My blood runs through your veins. I am within you. I am part of you. So use that strength, damn you! Live!
I'm doing what I can, yo. Oh shit. I don't know what this thing is that's chasing me, but... Oh my god, I somehow lived.
The storm is still coming. Of course it is.
We did not seal the breach. We did not drive him out. Look.
Alright, I at least want the sword. See if I can dump here. Don't care. Sword. Oh, that's a big increase. Well, I mean, the damage is a big jump, even if it's not good another way. So we'll take it for now. And let's do that. Yeah, looks good to me for that. And then what's the other one that I had on here? Yeah, we'll just do that. Okay. Interesting little place. What is this? Yo! That's...
My father is bound to you through me. If you are to live, you must sever the bond.
Shit, this is so cool. Bottomless pit, damn.
I gave my children a world and the strength to make it their own. And all I have to show for it is you.
Mom saving the day. Grandpa, on the other hand, is an asshole.
Sever the bond. Yours.
Oh. There's a bit jarring when that stuff pops back up. Holy shit. That was amazing, like, sequence. Won't lie. I don't know, where do we go? Like, I like that even though they brought Lilith back, they didn't really, like, try to redeem her. She is a piece of shit who's done horrible things, and, you know, at the end of the day, like...
My friend, can you hear me?
Oh. Yeah, let me check this first, Tyrael. We got loot. It's important. Oh, we got more loot. Oh, it's loot. Alright, fine, let's go.
Easy there.
What the fuck happened here? I was gone for 20 minutes, Tyrael. How could you? Anyways. Yeah, I felt like, even though they, you know, I'm glad they didn't try to redeem her. Like, she was gonna do some horrible things. But, like, at the same time, it's one of those, like, did she do them for good reasons or selfish reasons, best intentions, or, you know, that type of thing. And I don't know. I feel like leaving that up to your own interpretation, while at the same time just affirming that, like, some parts of her are genuinely decent, even though the rest of her is lots of baggage, was good. It was a good way to end that. Hopefully it's not the last we've seen of Lilith, though.
What happened?
That's what I was asking.
You fell unconscious and would not wake. Lorath went to find you aid. But you no longer need it, do you?
Hells. Lilith is gone.
I see. Join me. There are things to do before we depart.
We're already here, Tyrael. What you know? Okay, we're not gonna talk.
Intruders from the volcano. We must deal with them before we seal the vault. I will channel the magic and restore the seal.
By the power of oh wait, wrong
I
one.
have forgotten what it was like to be an angel. Lorath does not know this.
Okay, that's a random factoid.
I try to recall, but it's like light dancing on the edge of a sword. Such a startling absence. But in that absence, I must look at what is left. So, what is left?
I don't know. I don't know the answer here. I'm gonna say everything. I'm a greedy bastard.
You are free. Perhaps both of us are. Your shadow is yours and yours alone. When we have the time, we should speak of this more. But for now, the blade is reforged. Let us find Lorath and end this.
Thank you, Tyrael.
Thank you.
Tyrael feels like the kind of guy who would give you like a motivational speech about like riding a bicycle. I don't know, just like the most mundane stuff. I could just see him being like, you gonna let me over there? Just like always being that guy. Today, champion, we are going to the library. Going to get a book.
Lorath was headed for Celestia. If we follow his path, we may meet him on the road.
Alright. I have a lot of crap. Let me just teleport over real quick. Get this stuff cleared out. And then... Alright. Ooh. I got Transmogan. There we go. What's the new chess piece? That's kind of cool looking. Glorious pants. Yeah, it's kind of alright. Very purple. I still like this one though. I still think this one's pretty cool. The other ones we got the Drifter's pants. Got that guy's weird head. That one's just classic.
My demons are quiet here. Mostly.
Oh, I don't have the helmet or chest piece for that one. I do like this design. Whoa. Oh, I don't have the gloves for this guy yet. Just walking around with a cage in my head that holds a bunch of, like, demon heads. What a weird design. Now, this one's kind of cool. And then we got, like, Desert Warlord look. Yeah, I think we'll just stick with what we got. What's this sword? Oh. Eh. Let's discard all that. Alright. Let's see, where are we at next? Okay, I'm gonna go all the way over here to find Tyrael. I guess I'm not too far off from him. lot of gold. Oh no.
Hold.
Oh, come on, Laura.
This is Lorath's.
He wouldn't leave it behind. Damn it.
I shall find another way. Go. Lorath can't be far.
Lorath?
The man never knew when to stop.
Killed him.
Damn fool. Like the rest of you.
Step away from him.
Oh no.
A failure to the end. The Horadrim have become that which they swore to fight. It is my duty to end it. Akarat! Grant me your blessing!
Stand firm!
Tyrael!
Defend yourself! I shall hold back the tide.
All who stand against Akarat will meet Lorath's fate!
Just give me a health bar so I can kill you.
Why? Why did you kill him? He only wanted to help you!
He was a broken man who could not tell his demons from his friends!
Damn it all! He had finally found peace!
He chose this path! Queen of the Amazons! Keeper of the Isles! And I cast you back to the sea! Akarat! Akarat!
I should see to Lorath.
First Luke, then Laura. Oh. Man, I don't want to hit this button. I mean, it's telegraphed the whole campaign, but come on, it still sucks when it happens.
Hochkiel. Mirko. Lamlu. Lay down your arms, old friend. Your duty is done.
Duty? He gave everything he had for it. And this is his reward? Betrayed and murdered. Damned to eternity on the Tree of Whispers. And all the while, Mephisto laughs as we fall.
Lorath was the last of my order. Perhaps the one I knew best. He would tell us to leave him here. To ride out with your mother's weapon and drive it into Mephisto's heart. To save as many souls as we can.
The dead deserve nothing, while the living are in danger.
So he said. But we will bury him at least. We have what we came for. The blade. The cube. And now, we must gather our allies. Before the end. I will ride to Celestia. Meet me there.
All right. Oh. Weirdly, I don't feel like this helmet's actually any better than what I have. Oh. We'll just salvage it. Alright. I feel like this is a good place to pause. I need to get up and stretch. Take my morning medications. You know, that kind of BS. So, yeah. I think what I'm going to do here, let my controller charge for a sec. And, yeah, just take a moment. We'll let the music play a little bit, I think. But, yeah, otherwise we'll just, we'll be back in a few minutes. All right, I'm back. Ugh. Let's see here. All right. So it's currently 5 in the morning my time, and I'm thinking we'll press ahead a little bit more. Let's see how far we can get, but I'll probably stay on for maybe another hour tops, and stuff. I feel like we're getting towards the end game, though. I mean, you know, doesn't seem like there's much left. We got the blade. Lorath unfortunately passed away. Queen's dead. Yeah, I'm not really sure what's next. I'm guessing take the fight to Mephisto or Akarat or whoever. The only thing I could think of. Let's see. Where did he go? Meet Tyrael at the observatory. I'm guessing they mean this one. So yeah, we'll kind of see where things go, and who knows? Maybe if we get lucky, it'll just be done tonight. I really don't know how much is left.
The moon has touched the sun. What's keeping the queen?
Wait, what? Oh, this is the Queen's army. That's right. I forgot she was here. I bet the Oracle knew this was going to happen.
I know you, Amazon. You were with us in Athalua.
Aye, sir. Under Captain Tara's command. Being honest, it's good to see you both. Back in Athalua with the garrison, our queen sent orders to march them here for the eclipse.
Akarat's orders, you mean? What was Captain Thara's answer?
She didn't give one, but she sent me ahead to observe. The Queen's forces stand ready for battle. Against what enemy? No one knows, but they've arrested the Oracle.
Where?
In the observatory at Spear Point. The disgrace of it.
The worst is yet to come. Scout, I must speak with Captain Thara. Take me to her. As for you, see to the Oracle and avoid violence. These Amazons are not the enemy, and we'll need every soul we can muster to move against Mephisto.
Avoid violence. Yeah, good luck on that.
What the hell are they doing back here?
I heard that. What you gonna do about it, huh? Huh? That's what I thought.
What are we still doing here? We need to join Akarat.
And though I am fearful, I open my heart to your light.
Come along now, Seer. We don't want to hurt you.
Can't you see what is happening? Akarat is turning us against ourselves. Please, you must help the Oracle. Put a stop to this insanity.
Well, I tried.
Halt! In the name of the Queen!
Please, Matron, let them speak. Time is short.
I don't care what you wish, demon.
Akarat is the demon. He promises you salvation, yet Skovos burns. He preaches against hate, yet sows division.
We are not divided. We stand with Queen Adriona. She named you our enemy. Where is she?
Adriona is dead.
What? You lie!
It was her fear that decided her fate. She used to cradle my head when I was a child, when the visions roared between my ears. Through the din, I'd hear her voice, so strong and yet so afraid for me. She was afraid for us all, for Skovos. Akarat took her fear and pressed it into his palm until it turned to hatred.
Silence!
She chose him and he drove her to madness, just as he drives you now. You can still choose, sister. Let go of your hatred before he takes you too.
What is that?
Eclipse, it's happening.
Too late.
Well,
our choices were made in the full light of day. Now our fate will be decided in darkness. Balanced on the tip of a blade.
Audio. Uh-oh.
For the Queen! For Akarat!
Bar the doors! Quickly! No! Why? Ah! By his will!
Corrupted the whole damn army.
Those doors won't hold. They'll get inside.
Get down! Through the breach! Kill everyone inside!
Okay. Come inside, get murdered. Yep. Come on, come on.
There's no end to them.
No! I see them coming! Hacking! Screaming! Oh! They're burning! A gift from Lorath.
Huh?
A scary fire. Thora!
Bastard of fortune, there you are! Get your ass down here! Is the Oracle alive?
She is. Lost in some vision, but her seers are with her. Safe for now.
Let's keep them that way! Everything went dark on our way here, but by their torches, I'd say half the Amazon Legion, all shouting Akarat's name.
Half? Where is Tyrael?
His fight is in Athenos. Right now, ours is here. Sister against sister. Follow me. We must push back the corrupted. Target their weapons. To the death!
Keep formation!
They're breaking down the doors! The doors are splintered, but they should hold. The towers are finished. To the death!
Salvation!
the ballistae. All right, we've taken their weapons. Now, we must deal with their captains.
You betray our queen, Dara, for this demon?
Yep.
Hold, sisters, hold! You do not deserve his mercy!
No mercy! Keep formation!
Ah, rocks.
Hold, sisters! Hold!
I'll have your head, traitor!
Walk with Ascara, sisters. May she forgive us. The observatory is ours. Let's see to the oracle.
Boiling seas. The pools break the surface. Atanos trembles. Old bones cracking, crushing, spilling hatred. His flock rush to embrace him. Blood in the waters. Black. Black. Black.
Akarat's miracle. Can you stop him? Do you have Lilith's blade?
I can, and I do. Thanks to Lorath.
Tyrael told me. We'll mourn the dead later. Go now and avenge them. I'll be right behind you.
Where am I? I can't move my legs.
It's all right, Thira. We're at the observatory. Let's get you back inside.
Alright. Let's see where we're supposed to go. Yonder. Alright, let's go for a ride.
Feels like the whole damned island is about to turn over. I must find Tyrael. Get to the shore.
See what it is.
Why are you doing this?
Where do I go?
The servant of Lilith comes! Do not let them pass!
We're coming! We believe! Amazons and Morlu together. Madness.
Hatred has come!
Jeez, I'm full up already. Getting showered with loot. It's kind of wild.
Where the hell is the watch matron? Dian Arago, get back to your post. Come on. Look away. Just for a second.
You know where to find me.
The servant of Lilith must die! Holy Akarat, give us strength!
Die! Akarat, have mercy!
The hells are upon us! Push!
What are you doing? Flee from here!
We must get through to Akarat!
Break the barricade! Try that ballista!
The damn thing's in pieces!
I guess that works.
death!
Akarat! Wait for us!
Mephisto has entered the pools of creation. His followers rush heedless to join him. The age of hatred dawns.
Tyrael, you're bleeding.
It's nothing. And we've no time to lose.
It's just a flesh wound.
Follow me.
The way is blocked. We can't get to the shore.
Now, we fight.
Whoa, that was very laggy.
Formidable.
Well done, my friend. Stand back.
Never kid about survive that.
Come. We press on.
Wait for us!
The Temple of Union, sanctum of the pools. Humankind took its first steps on these stones. How dare he defile them?
Hold these gates in Akarat's name!
His name is Mephisto, and this
It's not his temple. Just finishing that line.
His corruption is spreading. We are running out of time. Stay out of their gaze. Keep moving. This way.
Eesh. I had enough health. feel like we're in the end game. Holy crap, I'm already filled up with loot again? Alright, hold on.
That's it. You know where to find me.
Yeah, we're just gonna get rid of all of it. May as well build up raw materials, right?
Rondelia! Trust in him!
Light, protect us!
We must keep moving.
What's gonna happen?
Stairs and his last line of defense. Move aside. We are here for your master.
You are not worthy to stand before him. Wrong. We chose to stay, knowing that we would never bathe in his pools of creation. We die here, so this wretched world can be reborn in hatred!
No!
Okay.
I'm with you. Strike them down.
Alright, we're just gonna use the Sentinel to melt them. Alright. Bye.
Too late. The way to the pools has been sealed by Mephisto's filth. I can't let it end here. We've lost too much. I'm sorry, my friend. I see only one way through, and you must take it.
Okay.
You must move quickly once this is open.
Wait, Tyrion!
Whoa.
This is your birthplace. Take it back. Go.
Alright. Geesh. After that kind of entrance, you have to go into the door, don't you? She didn't make it. A lot of people did not make it.
Hurry! To the pools! I can't believe we made it. We are saved.
Shh. A lot of good people didn't make it.
Well, at least she's aware of that.
It's all right, my baby. We'll be with Akarat soon.
We have to stop. Your leg.
Akarat will heal it. Take me to him.
I will say the one thing I feel like this has been lacking so far, like this entire campaign, is that it's 100% from your side of the story. You really don't get too many glimpses into what Mephisto is doing as Akarat, like the entire time of the story. You know he's manipulating people, like you know all the things he's doing, but you don't really get to see it often. So like there's this time, and then there was a time earlier in the story. You know, and that was kind of about it really, and yet you have all of these like hands of Akarat that are like willing to die for him in hatred and like all this stuff. It's just kind of weird. It's like you're missing half the story, it feels like. I mean, it is cool to see like this kind of stuff where you get to see what people think and all that, but I feel like there could have been more done with it.
We're coming, Akarat.
It's called the First Pilgrim. The miracle is about to begin.
What's back here? More people.
My demons are quiet here. Mostly.
Hatred is the source of your suffering, bound to your soul from birth, from the moment your ancients awoke in these pools. Embrace your nature, and your suffering will finally end. Lay your hatred down, that the waters may bring you into the light.
Mephisto! That's enough!
My dear friend, here at last, to save them.
But they come freely. Exactly like you. You're so very human. Born to hate.
Impetuous.
Oh, that can't be good. Someone's gonna have to clean that.
So be it. You want the truth of what I am. Let all illusions burn from your eyes.
Oh yeah, I forgot. He's just gonna casually murder everybody here, right?
I have already poisoned the waters. Soon your kind will drown in my hatred. Mother's child. How you scratch and bite, as though you could escape my grasp. So much effort spent. Yet still, my waters rise. Wake up! Your mother is not here to pull you back to the surface. You have no choice but submission. No power but what I allow. forgotten the cost of defiance. Let me remind you.
Can't I use this?
How frail you are. How foolish, treacherous.
Oh, whoa, that's metal.
Your guardians, your Horadrim, sacrificed upon my altar, damned by their own futility. At me all you wish. This flesh means nothing. I am eternal. Wherever you go,
I'd like to actually be able to do damage to this guy. Wish I could pause this. Like, the only reason I'm doing any damage to him is because I'm using the Sentinel, which is auto-firing at him. Otherwise, this dude's like spamming so much crap, and you're spending so much time dodging his stuff. Oh, I did get him. Okay.
So much effort simply to return where we began. You alone, just as I found you.
You sacrificed everything,
but changed nothing.
I'm a woman on a mission here.
In hell, and you will be forgotten.
You're not going back to hell. Well, that sucked. Sorry, I couldn't resist the pun. Loot! So much loot!
Ooh, a legendary seal. Darn. If only I had some way of getting rid of that and picking that up instead. Give me that. Alright, everything else is fine. Wow. I'm like running out of things, man. Still only looks 5 charm slots. Let's see here. There. Alright, Tyrael.
Thank the light. You live. We need to get out now.
Alright, sounds good, Tyrael.
What's happening? I don't know. Something offshore.
Sinking. Shall we go and watch?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Upon the pyre, each Amazon ends. Faults forgiven, deeds remembered.
Have you ever seen a storm just stop like that?
Akarat! Akarat! Come back to us!
What happened to your miracle?
To think, I thought so little of you that day in Themis. Yet here you stand, the maddest bastard I've ever known. What became of Akarat, Mephisto? Just before the temple sank, we heard a terrible scream, loud enough to stir the dead. Is she gone?
Banished, beyond the reach of this world or any other. But those who served him remain to be reckoned with.
What say you, Amazons? Shall we reckon with them? You have our answer. What is yours?
In victory, give honor to your dead. I will continue to fight, as Lorath would have, but not while his soul suffers. I must go to the Tree of Whispers and grant him the rest he deserves, with a torch in my hand.
Burn the Tree of Whispers? Huh. It is a stunt Lorath himself might have attempted, were we in his place. But it will take more than common fire to see it done properly. Meet me at the tree.
A little Tyrael is like, yeah, why
With
not?
all our love.
What's a
We will
little
await
arson
you in
between
Themis.
friends?
Most of them scattered when they heard their prophet scream. We shall scour the isles to find them and bring them back to their senses. But an honorable death might be all we can give. I sent 2 of my best to take the Oracle back to Vision's End. With her sight and their spears, they'll make it there unscathed.
Let all the spam get through. We're good? Alright, I think we're good. Alright. Oh, there's a world boss. You know what? Loot can wait. There's always plenty of it in this game. Let's see this to the end.
The Whispers said someone would come for Lorath. A man who is not quite man. You must be Tyrael.
And you must be the witch he told me of, Thaisa. A shame to meet under these circumstances.
The tree has bidden me to stop you. but I will not.
I thought the witches of Hawazar served the tree unto death. Why the change of heart?
My service condemned many souls to suffer. Then it was my turn, on a slab in Mount Sivo. It seemed just. And yet, Lorath spared me. I have carried this debt long enough. To him, to the others. Let fire settle it.
Then we thank you, Thaisa. We'll go when you're ready, friend.
Go. Bring them peace.
Whether prophecies prove true or not, often depends on the reader. But indeed, you pierced hatred's heart, as Rathma foretold. Perhaps he who was bound in chains is Lorath, and thus we were meant to set him free. I will choose to believe so.
Of course I fear. Such change is violent and uncertain. We might endure it. We might not. But change must come. Some among us will mourn its loss, its knowledge. We witches have long benefited by serving the tree, as have you. But each benefit has come with a cost. My soul can no longer pay it. The Great Serpent is gone.
Gone?
Huh?
Without a trace. We can only guess why. But just before it vanished, I felt a clearing in the air, as though an evil weight had lifted from the chest of the world. Whatever it was, perhaps the serpent felt it too, and decided it was no longer needed here.
Oh. Probably when we took up Mephisto. Alright.
Stay away, damn you!
Lorath's made a Tila.
You cannot redeem him. He is ours.
Cannot be redeemed. Ours.
There he is.
Ours cannot speak.
His soul is lost, in such pain. I will prepare the torch.
Sacrilege! You can't!
We only took what he promised, what was owed.
And what is Lorath owed? You have his memories. You know what he gave to protect this world, time and time again. We are indebted to him, beyond hope of repayment. Mercy is all we can offer now. And each of you will share in it. En Bathul Bine. Take the torch. Set him free.
Alright, here we go. Time to burn stuff. It's for Laura. A lot of damn birds.
I keep thinking of that day I walked into his cabin. I brought him into this mess.
No one brings Lorath into anything. You know that. He made a choice, despite what it would cost him. Just as all Haradrim do. And I love them for it. They fought for a world that has no right to exist. A world forever trapped between heaven and hell.
Here we are, back at the beginning of the game. Literally years ago. I remember playing the beta for this.
She created this sanctuary. Even though she knew that all of it, could be swept away at any moment. But she believed someone would choose to walk in her footsteps. Someone would stand in defiance of fate itself and protect this fragile world. You could call it madness. I call it hope.
Okay. Thought the game was going to crash there for a sec. Wow. Well, let's turn that down a little bit and talk, I guess. I have to say that was a massive leap forward in storytelling versus Vessel of Hatred. Holy cow. Vessel of Hatred almost felt insulting at times to play. Like, I'm never comfortable with, like, games that try to do, like, weird ethnic things. It's hard to explain, but, like, there's people who are ethnic who make ethnic games, right? Like, totally fine with that. If you're going to make a game about your background, your culture, you know, obviously, like, you're a relatively, like, an expert on those things more than you would be. Like, I wouldn't dare to ever make a game about, like, a Chinese thing, because I'm not Chinese. I didn't grow up in China. Like, I don't know any of their history, you know. Like, maybe if I was a scholar about it or something, sure, but, like, it just would feel weird, right? And if I did do something like that, it would probably become very offensive or just weird, because it'd be full of a lot of stereotypes, right? And that's how Vessel of Hatred felt. It felt like people who didn't necessarily, like, know how to do jungle tribe stuff just kind of baking in so many stereotypes, and, like, it just felt weird. And And to be honest, like, there was only really two things in the story. One was Neyrelle, and dealing with that whole aspect of things, and then how it dovetailed into the whole Akarat thing towards the end of the expansion. That's kind of about it. Otherwise, Nahantu was just kind of there. Like, I never really thought anything about Nahantu being an interesting place to explore. And this place just seems more interesting just by design, but I still feel that, like, as far as like land masses and all that's concerned, I feel like this and Vessel of Hatred do have that issue of like everything's just a windy corridor, which is part of the problem with the base game. But the base game's landmass is by far, it's like 3 times bigger than either of these expansions, so it's not like the feeling of it isn't as bad. But it definitely feels like in the development of Diablo 4, they really were kind of trying to like push an MMO angle that just never really happened, and I feel like they've been abandoning it more and more over time and just kind of going back to how Diablo 3 was. But the problem is like some of that stuff's still there, and so it's noticeable to somebody who has played MMOs. It's kind of awkward, right? But as far as like the story itself is concerned, I do feel like maybe the story could have been fleshed out more, and maybe it is in some side quests that I didn't do. I just stuck to the main campaign. But the main campaign itself, I felt like I needed more of like what Mephisto was up to as Akarat during that time. Would have been interesting to kind of see more of that angle, you know, because he kind of developed a flock of people pretty fucking quickly, considering that we were coming right from Vessel of Hatred to this game. So yeah, but as far as the technical merits of the expansion, everything looked great. You know, art design was on point, music was awesome, the monsters were cool, some of the cinematics were amazing. I do say that, like, you can tell this game's graphics are starting to age. When you get up close, it just doesn't hold up too well, and when they have to zoom in to do the cinematics, sometimes the faces just look really rough. This game can simultaneously have some very cool looking graphics and some very bad looking graphics at the same time. I will say the armor design, at least the in-game stuff and not the shop stuff, is always on point. The shop stuff is hit and miss. Oftentimes it's a bit too flashy. But yeah, overall, I like it. I like it a lot. I thought this was a really good way to end Diablo 4. Because, like, I don't know what's going after this. Like, whatever's coming after this is like a whole new thing. Because everything's solved. Inarius is dead. He might come back at some point, I'm sure. But, like, Inarius is gone. Lilith is gone. Again, she might come back at some point. She didn't really ever truly die. Mephisto is locked up for probably quite a while. You know, I think Blizzard's gonna give him a break. Yeah, there's some rumblings about some stuff happening at Westmarch, you know, which Tyrael did come from. But, like, no big leads. Probably just, I mean, maybe Diablo. I mean, Blizzard could do whatever the fuck they want with this franchise at this point, but, you know, yeah, I think that's kind of where we're at with that. So, yeah. I don't know. Overall, was this worth the $40 that I spent on it? Yeah, actually, this was a very fun experience. Warlock is a pretty cool class. Although, I think my heart's still Necromancer. I played Paladin during the pre-patch stuff, you know, before, like, with the pre-purchase expand, you know, like, thing. You know, honestly, Paladin was pretty badass too. But I gotta say, my heart's still Necromancer. Necros in this game are just so cool. And a Warlock feels like a cousin to the Necromancer. But in a lot of ways, I feel like the Necromancer is just the better of the two classes. That said, I mean, there's a lot of cool things you can do with the Warlock, and the Metamorphosis aspect of it is pretty sweet too. Although you don't have to do it. I just chose it because, like, if you got a cool form, why wouldn't you, right? But yeah, outside of that, I think that kind of sums up my thoughts of Vessel of Hatred, or Lord of Hatred. Sorry, I don't think that this was bad. Blizzard's monetization aside, I mean, their ability to make a good game hasn't really changed much over the years. I mean, there's been some low points, but nothing like drastic. You know, like you could say for like World of Warcraft, Shadowlands wasn't that great, but also rocky time at the company. There was good reasons why it sucked, even if they weren't good reasons to suck. But you can tell Blizzard has definitely been trying since then, if not being good at it. but there is a noticeable effort to be better than Shadowlands. Same with Diablo 4. I feel like when Diablo 4 launched, it wasn't a bad game, but like you could pretty quickly see there wasn't a lot of in-game content. And over the years, they've definitely worked to fix that. It's just a shame that like it's been what 3 years since this game came out. You know, like we're on the second expansion pack for it. You know, to get to this point, it just feels really strange that like we're finally getting to see what Diablo 4 probably should have been when it launched. Which is the problem with a lot of live service games. You know, like they take so long to really get off the ground and get going. By the time you get to this point, I mean, you're either in for it, you know, or you're just not. So yeah, so I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what's next for Diablo. I'm probably gonna let this one kind of cool off for a little bit, come back during another season or something like that. I still think Blizzard's monetization for this game and just for their games in general is fucking garbage. And to be honest, it does often feel like the developers don't listen to players, but yeah, it's just a weird love-hate relationship I've had with Blizzard for over 20 years now, I feel. But I feel like with Diablo 4, they did manage to create a good game with some crappy points, but overall, it's been a good game. I highly recommend if you're interested in Diablo 4, give it a shot. Just, you know, buy Lord of Hatred. You get Vessel and of Hatred and Diablo, the base game, with it for free. You know, it's worth it. It's a good experience. The classes are all pretty fun. Yeah, even when they nerf stuff, there's always at least one build that's really good to play for every class. You know, the loot pinata is pretty nice. And while there is some crappy stuff with like the meta game of like trying to maximize your stats and all that, I mean, it's not that bad. Irritating more than anything else. So, but ultimately these games are designed to waste your time, and if that's what you're looking to do in Diablo, then yeah, you got more of that. So just don't go into it expecting like crazy stuff like Path of Exile does. You know, temper your expectations. This is a weekend dad game. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, like more games probably should be weekend dad games, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, it could be good for both people. The people who play it a lot and the people who just want to play casually. There's something for everybody. So it's one of the strengths of this game. Whereas I really got into Path of Exile for a bit and then started to bounce off of it the more I got into it. I've felt the exact opposite with Diablo. Diablo is a game that I've always liked coming back to and just playing it for a bit and just seeing what's new. So yeah, I think I've kind of said everything I'm gonna say, and I'm genuinely surprised I actually managed to finish it all tonight. I did not realize that we'd kind of jumped to Mephisto that quickly. I thought there'd be a little bit more, but that's all right. I'm not mad about that. That could have been an opportunity to kind of stuff some more story in, but it's fine how it is. So all right, today's gonna be an interesting day for me. I have a lot planned in real life, and then afterwards tomorrow. So probably either tonight or tomorrow I'll have a stream going for something. I'm not sure what yet though. I wanted to get this off my plate because I've been kind of doing this on and off since it came out a month ago. You know, I'm glad to kind of like get the story finished. So Diablo 4 will be off the yeah, may as well put my controller in and let it charge. Yeah, so Diablo 4 will be off the table for a little bit, unless maybe there's an interesting patch or something, which I'm not expecting there to be. I know there's a PTR, but from what I understand, it's mostly nerfs. So that's never a good thing. But, you know, that also means it's a good time to take a break, because I think there's only like another 16, 17 days in the season anyway. So no real point in jumping into it and going crazy now when the season's halfway or almost over or whatever. So yeah, I think we're either going to start a new story-based game next, or we might jump into some retro games for a little bit. I don't know, one of the two. Haven't quite decided yet. I have a couple of games in my backlog that I know aren't probably going to be like popular things, but they're games I've been looking forward to playing, or at least trying them out. Like one example is Forspoken, you know, the Square Enix like fantasy game that kind of just came out and bombed. I've always kind of been interested in it. I picked it up for $10 on clearance like a couple weeks ago for the PS5. You know, it could be an absolute garbage experience, or it could be something interesting, but it'll be nice to try it out at least and see what it's like. Otherwise, I have Final Fantasy. I think I picked up Final Fantasy 16. I got some of the Crash Bandicoots. I got tons of horror games. You know, I got Alan Wake 2. I have a lot of stuff, especially from last year. I got a lot of horror games I had a backlog for. And just because the whole horror thing that I had planned just never really ended up working out too well due to real life problems. It just, you know, obviously I have all those games just kind of sitting there. Not to mention an infinite amount of games on Steam and Epic Game Store and GOG and all these other platforms. One of the nice things about PC gaming is they just keep throwing games at you for free. It's nice. You know, hardware's over fucking price, but the games are dirt cheap. So, you know, pick your poison. You know, if you have a PC, you'll never lack for games to play, even if they're not always the latest and greatest. But getting into PC gaming can be pretty pricey. I mean, hell, getting into console gaming is pretty pricey these days. Damn. So, hope you're ready to pay $1,000 for your PS6. Yikes. But yeah, they got. I mean, there's some new games that look interesting, but truly, I think the only new game that I might be picking up would be Grand Theft Auto 6. At least in now, like towards the end of the year, there's obviously a ton of games coming, but I think GTA 6 might be the only like new AAA game that I'd actually want to try and play. But I want to see more details. You know, how much it's going to be for launch price and all that kind of stuff. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I think that's kind of about it. So thanks for sticking around with me, everybody. I appreciate it. Well, 3.5 hours even out of this session, so that's not too bad. I think this is one of my longer sessions since I've come back, so maybe we'll try and make it a little longer next time and get some more game time in, but I think it's crazy that the credits have not stopped yet. Holy shit. How many people worked on this game? Yeah, anyways. Let's see. It did an emote. I don't know what that emote is. It's a bongo. Oh, that's cute. I like that. Plutonia VTuber. I don't know if I've ever heard of that person. One of these days I'll actually get custom stuff for my channel too. Believe me, it's not for lack of trying. There's a few people that I've been talking to about it, and I'm never getting like a firm committal. One person did commit, and then like didn't necessarily back out, but then like suddenly found themselves full of other things they were doing, which is frustrating. And they told me, don't worry about it, you don't have to pay for it. But apparently I don't have to pay for it means he can take as much fucking time as he needs, which is a little frustrating. But I had a good talk with him today about it, and hopefully he'll come up with something soon. I'm not really sure. So that's kind of a bummer, but that's all right. Not like I have a lot of money to throw at this right now anyway, so. But who knows? You might be seeing at least a few interesting things. I'm hoping. I don't know. If not, I'll just do it all myself. I got a cool tablet, a cool pen. I might even stream it. That'd be kind of fun. Maybe I'll just do that. Stream myself making my own VTuber, you know, overlay streaming stuff. So, I don't know. Make emotes maybe? I hate to like copy other people's emote stuff though. I don't really know how to do that. I'd have to look it up. That'd be kind of interesting though. I think an art stream. That's definitely something I could do. So, I don't know. So many ideas. So many ideas. What do you think I should do, Dark Nova? I rattled off a bunch of stuff. Any of that sound interesting? Emote lab. What the hell is an emote lab? Emote lab. is a simple character and emote creation tool that lets you design custom characters. What is this? I didn't know this was a thing. What the frick? Early access, only $9. Wow. I mean, this would actually be really nice. I'm not an affiliate, but I do have like affiliate-esque stuff, and having emotes that people could use that weren't like the base Twitch emotes would be kind of nice. I'm gonna add this. I'll have to add this to my wish list. This is cool. I didn't know this existed. These are emote lab emotes. Oh, wow. These aren't bad. Yeah. Yeah, these aren't bad at all. Huh. Have you used this before? Have it, but I was paying artists. Oh, okay. I mean, I don't mind doing this myself, to be honest. Like, not a dig against artists, but I'm also an artist. A very rusty one. But yeah, art becoming too expensive is kind of my thing. So like, I've been looking at Booth and VGen and a bunch of other like artisty websites, scrolling Twitter, DeviantArt, you know, just all that kind of stuff for quite a while now. And like, the one thing that stuck out to me is how expensive art is. And I know like you got to make a living off of art and all that kind of stuff. But I refuse to use AI for my channel as well. Yeah, I use AI as like a fun thing to play around with. I will never put it out as like I made this type thing ever. You'll never see AI on this channel as a resource for anything. No music, no art, nothing. At least as far as I'm aware of it ever being AI. Like if I commission something, it turns out to be AI. I mean, yeah, can't help that, but you know, I will never knowingly put the stuffing on here that's AI. And I don't mean it in the sense of like AI is one of those things you can't put back in the bottle, but like, you know, like there's a lot of video games that are going to be using AI. You can't help that, but you can kind of at least choose what to interact with, I guess. But as far as like art's concerned, yeah, I don't know. As cool as music can sound, and I have used it for some prototyping. Like I've been trying to create songs for some of the characters I've made, and I found a couple of really cool like ways that AI has made the song sound, and it's really helped me like develop the lyrics for it. But I would never go to a musician and be like, hey, can you just make this song so that like I don't have to worry about it being AI anymore? Like I would be insulted if somebody came to me like that. So, but the lyrics themselves, you know, now that I've kind of like gotten a proper flow and all that for them, you know, I would happily take to an artist and be like, hey, I can't make music, make this cool. That's different. But the problem with it is like you said, the cost is like crazy. some artists are pretty reasonable about stuff. Like, you can get music made for your channel for like $100 for a song, which, to be honest, you know, if it's as good as the people are saying it is when they ask you to pay $100, you know, like that's fine. You know, like $100 for music you can constantly use and have rights over, totally fine. You know, but some art is just kind of crazy. Like, I was looking at emotes on VGen, and it was like for 5 emotes, it was like $50. So it was like $10 an emote. But like, they're using a template, so most of the work is already done, and they're just kind of sketching in the details. And I'm not trying to like diminish that, you know, like say that they're not good artists or anything like that, but it is pricey, because emotes are, in general, like, you're kind of incentivized to get as many of them as possible. And I think like the base amount of emotes you have is like 40 emotes. And emotes tend to be a thing that like people sub to your channel for, if they like your emotes. Hold on. Yeah, it's kind of wild. Same thing with like illustrations. Illustrations can get pretty pricey pretty quickly. You know, you'll see a lot of people that will do like, we'll do a headshot, half body shot, or like a full shot. The price they advertise is always for the headshot, which is the cheapest one. So you're like, oh, $50 for like an illustration? That sounds good. And then it'll be like only a headshot, and you don't get any monetization off of it. Okay, fine. You know, so a full body illustration of your character is going to be like $200. Okay, well, how good's the artist? This is where it gets a little, some artists are amazing, and if they're asking for $300 for a picture, probably like worth it, right? Many other artists are clearly not at that level, and asking $200 for something that they're making they're delusional. I'm sorry. So yeah, pretty much. You know, and then like, you know, that's just the tip of the iceberg. It's just crazy. So a lot of times I just kind of spend more of my time looking at like pre-made assets, than asking somebody to like to buy, you know, make new stuff, which sucks, because I would like to find an artist who would be willing to help like make my dreams come true, so to speak. All the illustrations and ideas that are in my head, you know, regarding, you know, Stream Crush and all the lore of Stream Crush and all that kind of stuff. It would be really sweet. This is the hard part of like going through this process, right? Is like you have an idea of like what you want everything to look like, what you want it to do and be, and you know, a lot of it's art related, and it gets hard. It gets really hard. You know, like I would love to have Iron Mouse fuck you money, you know, and be like, hey, you know, give me $5,000, you know, models, and you know, however much. Like, she has a stinger on her channel, and the animation for it is amazing, and it's just the stinger, and I'm just like, holy shit, that had to be like $400 or something for that stinger. You know, imagine that you have this asset and you only use it like to just change from one scene to the next, and it's like $400, and it's like, holy shit, it looks incredible, but it's like, oh my god. You know, I would love to support my artists, but I can't see myself dropping hundreds on illustration. I might get 5 to 6 likes on Twitter and maybe a few compliments. Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I don't know. Like, a VTuber I do follow. She's a smaller VTuber, Ro Bunny. I don't know if you've heard of her. She's always posting illustrations and stuff. And I don't know if she's commissioning or if she just knows people or something. I do see people that are like that, where it does seem like they have a connection to artists, and they kind of get art that way. But I would imagine she's paying for a lot of that, and you know, like, her channel obviously has been picking up some steam, so it's worth the investment for her. But I feel like when you see a creator and they're constantly posting art that people are making for them, I mean, I don't know, it's cool, but yeah, I think this is the hardest part about VTubing, is just getting your foot in the door. You know, because people are always like, oh, you can just use all this free stuff, and it's like, True, you can. But at a certain point, you're going to want to like try and make it yours, you know, try and make it unique. That's hard to do when you don't have a lot of budget to start, you know, to invest in this kind of stuff way ahead of time and not really get any kind of return on it is, you know, like it's hard. Like when I think about how much money I've spent on equipment just to stream, and then on top of that, you know, like the time and effort that I've spent, you know, doing everything, learning how to make it all work, get the audio going, you know, like my audio is in a pretty decent place right now, but what you wouldn't believe right now is that this microphone that I'm using is not even a foot away from a noisy laptop, and it's about an actual foot away from my desktop PC, which is even louder. Like I have so many fan noises going right now, and you can barely hear any of it. And the only issue I ever have with my system right now is that it can peak sometimes and get a little crackly, and that's it. You know, for having an untreated room, you know, like somehow it all kind of works. But it took me a while to figure out what all the settings were to actually do that. And yeah, it's like man hours that you're not getting paid for. But if you don't do it, people complain you sound like crap. A SteelSeries sonar, yeah. I use an Elgato XLR mic going into a Go XLR, and then I have NVIDIA Broadcast and a whole bunch of like VSTs and everything, and compressions and noise gates and all that stuff going on. So the only thing I don't like about this mic is that it's really good at capturing like mid and high range, but it's not really capturing like a lot of bass. And my voice isn't always very bassy. So like right now I'm talking in like a higher range, but here, I'll get a little closer to the mic. But when I do want to talk in a lower voice, it doesn't capture it very well. You know, like my voice is a bit more rumbling than that, but it's not, the mic doesn't pick it up very well. So certainly not like my voice is not Lorath. You know, it's not that bassy, but yeah, like it's the only flaw of this microphone. And I could probably put like a bass booster on it or some shit, but I don't know. I feel weird doing that. I don't know. I feel like a lot of guys get accused of using bass boosters on their microphone, which I don't want to do that shit. All natural, baby. So, but yeah, I don't know. I thought about moving over to like the Elgato Wave XLR just to kind of clean up my setup a little bit, but I don't know. Not everybody's happy with how Elgato does their audio. Although the microphone is good quality for $80. Wasn't too bad. I was using a Blue Yeti. Yeah, I still have it here. It's a cool looking mic, so I'm not going to throw it away because it looks really, really, really neat. But yeah, Blue Yetis are, I wouldn't say you can't do this stuff with a Blue Yeti, but I remember my earlier attempts at streaming did not go so well. My audio was so bad. Like, imagine holding your microphone up to a fan. That's basically how I sounded the whole time. It was bad. I didn't know anything about microphones at all. I didn't understand like what the different patterns were on a microphone or any of that crap. I didn't know any of that stuff. Oh man. But yeah, even like setting up OBS, like my very earliest attempts at streaming were like self-made assets, but it was like I made them in Photoshop, and it was just like it was just like the most generic pre-made stuff. I wonder if I even could find like my oldest videos. Oh. Quest complete. No gods, no monsters. Complete. No gods, no monsters during the Lord of... Okay. Ooh, I got a mount. Ooh, what kind of mount did I get?
You look well, my friend. A welcome sight indeed, after everything. Come, I have something to show you.
Oh, that's the war plan thing. I don't want that. Wardrobe, please. There we go. Oh, that's a cool looking mount. Got a nice little pigtail hairdo going on. Alright, I fuck with that. What's this one? No, for the Horde. Alright. I say we exit all Diablo photo. Alright. Check all that stuff later. At one point, I attempted to use 2 mics and merge the audio so it could capture highs and lows. It failed miserably. Yeah, I remember I used a 3.5 millimeter cable to hook my Switch headphones up directly to my PC for audio capture. Oh man, the buzzing was so bad. Because I used my old capture card. My old capture card was a Elgato. I think I still have it. It's like an Elgato HD60 or whatever. Like it was the OG Elgato card where you could like plug in like AV jacks and stuff into it. It would capture at like 720p or 1080p or something like that. But like only at 30 frames a second. So it was designed for like PS3s and Wii's. It was not designed for anything modern. As a matter of fact, it was so bad that I remember. So one of the first streams I ever had that kind of popped off was I played Luigi's Mansion 3. This was like 3 years ago now, and I had to emulate it on my computer because I couldn't get the capture card to work well with the Switch. And so even though I owned the game on the Switch, I couldn't stream it. And so I just tried to emulate it instead. And crazily enough, somehow I was able to emulate a model, not this one, but one of my older ones. I was able to emulate the Switch. So I was playing Luigi Mansion 3 with not too many frame drops, and streaming it all on a Ryzen 3600 and a GTX 1070. I have no idea to this day how I was able to manage that. But yeah, it was a cool experience. I pretty much played the game from like start to finish all in one sitting too. So it was a long ass stream. Yeah, I started at like, I think like 9 or 10 in the morning. I didn't stop until like midnight. That is a great game. Why am I offline? Crazy. Just saying I wasn't logged into Battle.net. All right. Well, there we go. All right. Yeah, I'd say setting up stuff and learning how it all works on your PC is, for streaming has been one of the more interesting challenges I've had. Why did this open? That's why it's signing me out. Okay. Don't know how that worked, but we're gonna go with it. Yeah, it's fun, but sometimes frustrating. I would absolutely agree with that. Like I love retro gaming, but I probably have spent more time tinkering with setups and not actually playing any retro games. And I would say the same is probably true for streaming. I've probably tinkered with my setup and played around with it more than I've streamed. I'm always working on something in the background. But like actually implementing it and doing anything with it, yeah, I've kind of failed at that. But hey, that's how it goes. So, all right, it's almost 7 in the morning. I am effing tired. I got to get some sleep. I really appreciate hanging out with me, Dark Nova, and I wish you all the best. And yeah, I will absolutely see you next time. So, but for now, it's Betty bye for me. So hope you all, hope you enjoyed watching me play Diablo, and I'll be back with something interesting next time. So I hope you sleep well too, man. Take care. Bye bye. Wait, where's my button? There we go. That's the button.